Okay, I guess we're good to go now to watch this fucking movie. What's up, everybody? I'm Eric Harrison from the Deaf Twitch. Welcome to another live hangout. Fucking Drunkentary going on. Thanks to my Patreon supporters. They made this happen, so you can blame them. Let's start introducing my special guests here. We've got April, starting with you. Go ahead.
Hi.
Oh, and she's got a cat. Did that cat
Me
pay the
too.
view? That's another $10.
Oh God.
Okay, and then we got Brandon over here, which is my first Patreon supporter. So these guys
Yeah.
are the VIPs. They made this happen, and I guess we're gonna watch Halloween. Halloween sucks ass. Resurrection.
Resurrection. Yeah.
Resurrection.
Resurrection. Yes.
Not even a good name. But anyway, for the peeps that are watching this and they want to maybe sync your movie up and watch it with us, I don't know why you'd want to do that. But if you decided you wanted to, get it ready right when you start to see the Dimension Films logo appear on screen. In a few minutes, we'll stop talking shit and then we'll start the movie and fucking wish us luck. Oh, Everett showed up. Oh my God, what up, dude? Can't see you, can't hear you, but you're there.
He's a little blue man.
When you come in, it's the fourth person, and it usually mutes you automatically, which is a real pain in the ass if you're on a mobile device.
I hear something in the background. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
if you can hear us, there's a little setting on the top. It looks like a gear. Click that. Oh, he's gone. Click that, and then adjust your audio and your video. How's your ripping going there, Brandon?
few more minutes. Do we want to take
Alright.
a shot? Do we want to cheers to something?
Let's talk about what we're drinking, and then we'll take a fucking shot and prepare for this shit.
Yeah.
I got the Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'm drinking beer and maybe enjoying another party favor. Which I won't be doing on cam, but I might be doing that throughout the.
I am partaking of Black Label Kraken.
Oh, the Kraken.
It's delicious. It's the only rum you should ever drink.
I've never had it before, but I'm very familiar with it because people buy it at the store I work at.
And then I'm partaking in something that is 100% legal in my state. Marijuana. 100% legal here. I love it.
That was awesome. Wait, what you got, April?
I've got Jägermeister.
Oh, Jesus.
Big ass fucking bottle of Jaeger.
Jägermeister, when you want your urine to smell weird and you don't want to remember last night.
Good times. All right, so let's do a fucking drink too. This will be what pulls us through the next few hours. Fucking here we go.
Oh, shit. Oh. It's been a while. It's been about 6 months since I've even done a shot.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I might get real stupid during this Drunkentary.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's going on here? Why we're doing this is because on my Patreon page, it's like a fundraising site for people like me who create videos and would like a little bit of support so I can keep doing it. We've got options over there. We got goals and rewards. Rewards is like outtakes. See extra outtakes, vote for videos, updates, and a few VIP $10 or more donations where you do just some kind of like one-on-one, or not one-on-one, there'll probably be a few peeps, but hanging out with me and we'll just chat, get drunk, and probably watch movies. The first goal I set forward, and I didn't think it was going to be reached so quickly, was, yeah, when we get $100 or more a month going on my Patreon, I'll do a Drunkentary for this movie, because it's pretty legendary that I don't like it. I don't own it. I don't want to watch it, but we're going to fucking watch it. Thanks to
It's not good.
people that support what I do. So I'm like, hey, in return thanks for helping me out, let's watch a terrible movie.
It's really bad. It's just really bad.
And then whenever we reach 300 a month, I'm gonna review Ghoulies Go to College.
I would totally be in for that because I love that movie. It's so
Well,
bad. in all the
that's
right
just a
ways.
straight up review. I don't know if I can handle doing a Drunkentary. I don't think I can because I tried watching Ghoulies 3 and I made it for like 50 minutes and I had to turn it off.
Oh, but right after that, it starts getting actually good. You have to sit through that 50 minutes of bullshit to get to the awesome stuff. That's the problem with the movie. It's not a good movie.
I know that.
I fucking love it though.
That would actually piss me off if I did miss the good part, but that first 50 minutes was a tough sit.
It is, absolutely. I used to rent it a lot as a kid, so yeah.
Well,
Horribly inappropriate.
If I had
to
seen
do
it as
so,
a
but-
kid, I probably would be more into it. But like I was like 35 watching it for the first time, and no, shit sucks. Okay, guys, are we good to go yet, or what?
Yeah, well, let me double check. It looks like I am ready.
I got like a buzz
Sure.
already because I chugged beer.
Well, I smoked a little bit ago, so I'm still a little, wee.
Oh yeah, for those of you, because a lot of people out there are like, hey, do a high-entary. I'm like, all right. Well, if there's ever a movie that I might need to do that, this will be the one. I maybe celebrated 420 earlier, so if I seem a little passive or if I start zoning out, you'll know why.
All right, so we're queuing up to which part?
Right when you see the Dimension logo.
Like after you zoom through all the buildings, or before as it starts?
After
That's
the
mirror
mirror
maps,
maps. Yeah, I guess we'll
Right,
just start with
sorry.
Dimension.
That's fine. Just wait for the dimension to show up. It's a smart idea to get there. Okay, I'm there. Smart idea to skip that first one because that's a distributor logo followed by the. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, you guys fucking ready to do this?
No. But we're gonna do it anyway. So.
All right, fuckers. An hour and a half. Let's see if we can make it. It's like an endurance contest. All right, fuck it. Halloween Resurrection, here we come. I'm going to give you a 3. Everybody ready to do this? 3, 2, 1. Push play on that shit.
Dimension. Boobs.
Dimension.
Bastardized Carpenter.
So that. Wait, who owns Dimension? It's one of the Weinsteins? Or at least they used to.
I think it's still under Miramax. I just think some of the movies went with the Weinsteins. So they had they had a really bad breakup, the Weinsteins and Miramax. So they had to split the movie collection. That shit takes a while.
But back in 2002, who was responsible for this movie? Was it the Weinsteins?
Dimension of I don't know. Like whoever the fuck did this shit. Whoever thought that H2O was okay and said let's do another one.
Right.
But that was like years later. It took them like a few years to get another movie made.
Did it? Let's see here.
Well, I mean, it was from 98 to 2002.
4 years. That's not too bad for a movie.
Not too bad. Not like how they in 2009 after the release of H2, immediately they're like, we got to make another one and make it in 3D, and then it's now like 2015 and still nothing.
It's in development hell. Yeah.
Yep, it's been there for a fucking while.
It's a bad sign when the opening credits still going and I've poured a second shot.
So
It's gonna be a doozy.
let's hear some stories about what was your fucking experience first time watching the movie. What did you go in with, any expectations or not? Anybody? am I all alone here?
I thought it was
Harper?
going to suck, but I watched it anyway.
Oh, yeah? Did you see it in theaters?
I thought H2O was horrible.
I like H2O, but I understand how anybody could look at it and go, "Yeah, this is maybe it's like too much of like the Scream generation type of horror slasher," but I still enjoy it. Did you see it in theaters, April?
Yeah, I've seen them all in theaters.
What about you, Brandon? What was your expectations going on?
Well, okay, so long story short, Halloween, the original, was my first horror movie when I was 8 years old, so needless to say, I'm a huge fan of the franchise. I got really excited when H2O came out. I was like super excited. I paid for all my friends to go with me, and it was awful. We all hated it. So I had zero expectations when I bought my ticket for this. I bought 8 tickets with high school allowance, by the way. Like I was 16 when it came out. And then I had to pay for a friend's older brother just so we could all just go in because they were being all strict. You're 1 year younger than 17. You can't see a rated R movie. Like what? Like
why is this movie even rated R anyway?
Oh, this one? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, rated R. Probably because
pinpoint that.
Because there's boobies.
Boobies? Are there boobies? I don't remember.
Yes, there's boobies.
So when I saw this, I went by myself, and I knew it was going to be horrible, but I knew I had to go see it.
And they're horror movie boobies, which are the best boobies.
I don't know. I don't really complain about how the boobies come to me. I'm just happy to see the movie. Just saying.
I do like that for a
Sorry.
large, not every horror movie, but for like a large portion, there's a general idea that there should be breasts somewhere in the movie.
This whole we cut his head off bullshit.
Thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is like the biggest this is like the worst part of the movie. It's right at the beginning too. It's the one where they dismiss the last one. But I guess H2O dismissed 4 through 6. That's just a Halloween thing, I suppose.
Well, and it gives it a very comic book feel, because what happened in the comic books? Retcons. Retroactive continuity. The next issue starts, and what you saw at the end of the last issue didn't actually happen. Here's what really happened.
Yeah. That is This is so stupid! Oh, it's so stupid. He actually
nobody notices a paramedic with a giant knife standing there.
Yeah, let me grab this gross severed head and pull the mask off.
I wouldn't have bothered with carrying the knife at all. Like,
first of
I'd
all,
go get another weapon.
That fucking asshole. If that actually happened, that guy could have, while he was trapped between the van and the log, he could have pulled the mask off and been like, "Hey, don't cut my head off. I'm not Michael Myers."
Yeah.
Fuck this movie. Already I'm pissed off. Oh, I'm gonna open another beer. Where'd it go? Oh, here. Anyway, so I went in. I saw the poster first up at the local cinema, and I liked the poster. I was like, "Oh damn, another Halloween movie! Cool, cool." And I was like, directed by Rick Rosenthal. Holy shit, it's gonna be awesome! I fucking went and watched it, and I think it was probably like right in the middle of the movie, halfway through, sitting in the empty ass theater, watching this, where I was like, "Wait a minute, this sucks."
It took you that long?
Rick, what did you do?
Rick did what he should have done, collected his fucking paycheck. Alright? Fuck that. I don't blame Rick at all. Rick's like, fuck you, and he's counting money off.
Apparently so did Jamie Lee Curtis. She collected a paycheck, and I feel bad for her because of this movie. Because she has been so loyal to the Halloween franchise the whole time. And this
she
is what
read
they
the
did
script,
to her.
she knew what she's getting into. Alright?
Well, no, I'm pretty sure she was like, "You guys are going to make another one? Could you just fucking kill me finally? Get this shit over with? If you're going to keep doing this, just kill my character."
Let's see here. Watched in 2015. There we go.
Probably the only time we see her with long hair since part 2, and that was a wig, so we don't even know.
She just likes the short hair, man. Yeah.
I know it.
It was probably a wig too. It's just 20 years later, so it's a much better looking wig.
It probably is a wig. You're right.
Yeah, and it's a much better wig. Even on this low shit budget, it's still a better wig than back then.
Because that wig from H2 was so bad. It was almost the star of the movie.
It's not as bad as Samurai Cops with Matt Hannon's wig coming off in the middle of an action sequence. But to be fair,
nothing's as bad as fucking Samurai Cop.
I fucking love Samurai Cop. It's so fucking awful.
Samurai Cop is a better movie than Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah, I actually paid $40 for Samurai Cop. I wouldn't pay even $1 for this movie.
See,
so, yes,
and I don't blame you, because I probably would pay some money for Samurai Cop as well, because that shit's funny as hell.
I backed the Kickstarter for the sequel when they sent me the Blu-ray, and I was like, yeah.
Is that happening? Let's talk about Samurai Cop. Fuck Resurrection.
We don't know. Zadar died. I think he died before he filmed any of his scenes except for the second trailer.
Oh, right.
So
Robert Zadar died.
I think they're doing rewrites.
Maybe you know
Or
what
they're
they
just
should
going
do?
to film someone from behind with a black wig.
No, it's Samurai Cop. They should just reuse scenes from others Robert Zadar movies.
Or just the first Samurai Cop.
Just the first
same.
Samurai. They should.
Just
Yeah.
Here it is. Here it is. It's they shoot all the scenes from behind with a tall guy in a wig, and they just take insert shots of his face from the first movie as the reaction.
It would work perfectly. Okay, gosh darn it, we should probably talk about Resurrection. But Samurai Cop is awesome, and if you haven't seen it, check it out.
The commentary of that a few weeks ago, a couple months ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I wish I could have been a part of that.
Troll 2 a couple weeks ago. If you want it on a commentary, I mean, just say so. Now that you don't have any commitments or whatever, I can.
Yeah, let me know. I didn't know you did
Mondays when we
commentaries. Well, I know you did like live streams. I thought
every Monday, live commentary, usually shit-faced.
Every Monday.
Yep.
Cops eating a donut.
Go figure.
That's how simple this movie is.
And I like that they did a throwback to the first movie with the guy at the clown getup.
The clown mask, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still shitty because it's a movie, but it's nice that they're at least attempting. They're attempting to be relevant and helpful and fandom-y.
And look, his friend died because he needed a donut.
Well, that's typical.
Damn cops. Damn horror movie cops. Remember the H5 cops with the clown music playing? You can tell the Halloween franchise doesn't have a lot of respect for the police. I wonder what happened to Everett. He showed up for a minute, and now he's gone. Oh, look, they did the same move from H2O with Michael dropping down by one arm. They had to do the same thing. Because, we can't think of anything cool. Let's just rip off the last movie. Classic throat slit. I think my internet's frozen. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, it looked like you guys were froze up. I was like, oh no, not the internet. Not the internet!
See, this movie's so bad we broke the internet.
Yeah. That's something I wanted to mention because, like I said, you guys are watching copies, but I'm just streaming it, so if my internet decides to shit out and then this movie dies, or even the whole hangout stops, I might just take that as like a sign that I shouldn't do this. Now, we lost another guy. We lost Brandon. Do you think this is Smith? Is this Smith Grove, or where are we located right now?
It might be. I didn't see a sign, so you would think that if it was, they'd.
I think it is.
There.
It seems like that would just be the automatic go-to. Like, oh, of course it's Smith Grove's sanitarium. That's a strange idea that Laurie Strode wound up there. Look at his fro. He's got such a huge fro.
That is terrible. He's coming back.
What do we think of the mask in Resurrection? Anybody have an opinion?
It's just terrible. And how come he had a fro a minute ago and now his hair is all slicked
I know
back?
he had the biggest afro just a minute ago.
And now it's all slicked back and fancy.
Maybe he keeps a comb in his pocket. He's like, hey, I need to look good for this kill. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the mask in this one either. It's kind of a shame that they could never quite recreate the one from 1 and 2 as well. Which I would imagine must be some kind of property or copyright issue. Because when they did the original Shatner mask, I mean, that was kind of guerrilla filmmaking. So they probably didn't have permission to actually use the mask. They just did it.
It's a big ass knife.
Yeah, I know. I like that. It's almost a machete.
It is. Like, I cook for a living, and I've never seen a knife that big. Never. That thing's huge.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But you're right. I've never really seen a butcher's knife or kitchen knife that was just like the size of my forearm. But, you know, maybe Michael gets them custom made. Apparently, our pal Brandon is having some issues getting back in. I think he took a hit off his Mary Jane over there, and now he can't figure out technology. Come on, dude. I feel so bad for Jamie Lee Curtis at this point. Like, you know, she was probably like, we ended it by killing the villain in the last movie. That's the best thing ever. And they're like, hey, we're gonna do more. We're gonna come back and die in this movie.
I just feel bad for her character.
Yeah, she had a pretty shitty life.
Like, how tortured would you be, like, in this situation? This is your brother.
And he doesn't die. He's the boogeyman, and he's been chasing you for like 25 years.
Yeah.
I would just gave up. I wouldn't even fought back like she did. When I saw this shot of her falling like that, I really did. I always thought like, oh, she's probably survived, and there's going to be another one with Jamie Lee Curtis. I really thought that. I was like, you know, the branches kind of like broke her fall a little bit. It should be all right. I guess not.
It was just a wound to the back.
Yeah, it was just a
6
knife.
inches of chef knife.
She's been stabbed a few times. It's all good. All right. Imagine you're just chilling in your room and Michael Myers walks in and hands you a knife that he just killed somebody with. That's a strange thing because think about it. That means Michael is conscious enough to know like that this guy is all into serial killers and that he himself is a serial killer. So he's going to like basically give him his autograph. Isn't that weird?
He's like passing the torch.
Oh, is this guy supposed to be the next killer? Fat clown?
Maybe. He's got the clown mask.
He could be the next John Wayne Gacy. And now Michael is like, well, now that I've killed my sister after 25 years, what else is there to do? What should I do now? Who was the guy that played him in this movie? I don't fucking remember.
Oh, I don't even know. I met the original Michael Myers.
Nick Castle?
Tony Moran.
Oh, Tony. Okay.
He claims to be the original because he was in the movie for 30 seconds.
Not even 30 seconds. He was in the movie for about 8 seconds.
That's how he makes his money now, though.
I know, right? I wish I could have been that guy. I wish I could have said I was in Halloween for 8 seconds.
Well, you could. Nobody knows. Just
So
be
I
like,
could
I
just
was
lie.
the guy that fell off the balcony.
Right. Actually, I wasn't even born yet when that shit was made.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're not old enough, but Nobody will know.
Nobody. Yeah, I'll just say. Yeah, I'm way in the background. One extras you can see like my shoulder. That's me.
$20. You can have an autograph.
Welcome back, Brandon. What the fuck, dude?
So Google decided that it wanted to change its permissions for Google Hangouts in the middle of your stream, and thus it booted me out until I approved it, and then it didn't work.
That actually sounds exactly like Google. So
I had to open up an
that.
incognito window and post the Hangout link in it just to get to work. Like,
No, well, you know, every time we do one, there's always something. It's always something. Really,
I do 5 streams a week, and I rarely have any problems.
Okay, it's me. All right.
No. What I'm saying is, a lot of people have problems, right? But I do have problems, but it's like once every other week or so, right? The problem is I've noticed whenever any one of my friends start a Hangout, bam, they get the problem. Like, it's because you don't do enough Hangouts. That's why.
Well, I certainly don't do every Monday. Sorry. Ain't got time.
Do a live stream on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 2 on Saturday.
Damn.
Oh, we got a 4th person.
Everett's back.
It's Everett.
Hello? Oh, Jimmy?
I can see your hair.
No, is this working? I'm using my phone. Is this working?
Yes,
I can hear
turn
you,
yourself horizontal.
Cool.
Because you're all vertical, and that's weird.
Turn your phone sideways so it's widescreen. Or, you know, that's your call.
Oh my god!
It's another failure.
What I'm doing, so.
Okay. I guess that don't work.
It doesn't work. I don't know why.
Not on Google.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, are you watching the movie, or do you need a time update, or what's going on?
Yeah, I just got the movie started on my PS4. Where are we at?
Yeah, let's see here.
19 minutes, 57 seconds, and counting.
Yep, we're almost on the 20-minute mark.
Okay. Alright, just fast forwarding here. Okay.
There's panties hanging.
When I joined before, I had no clue what I was doing, so I called a friend of mine, and he'd show me what to do, so.
Well, welcome to the Hangouts. Glad you can... Are you drinking? Are you drinking with us? Are you smoking, or what's up?
No, I just paid my rent, so I'm kind of broke now. So.
Oh, see, that's why you shouldn't give me so much money. You need money to drink on.
Yeah, I mean, you need money for booze. What the hell?
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, barely made rent, but here, let's give Eric a bunch of money. You guys are insane.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
I know. I have to, like, I should be the opposite. I should be like, thanks for the money, give me more. I'm all like, you guys, come on. I like it, but...
Stop giving me money. Shut up.
Damn it.
That's what I'm saying about that. Shut
Stop
up.
making my life better. What are you doing?
Okay.
What the fuck? There's just a big-ass fly on his 2000 Dell computer.
That is, from a toy line from the 80s. Insectoids?
Insectoids.
Sectoirs, I think they flew on bugs.
Now, this is a little bit of a time machine where we get to remember what computers and the internet was like in the early 2000s.
Dude, I've been on the internet since like the mid-90s. I have vivid memories of the horribleness of the internet.
I got
Oh, and that
involved probably
horrible
like...
squeal.
Yeah.
You're trying to connect to the internet.
Yeah, back in dial-up days. I remember dialing up to AOL in like 2000 and shit, and waiting, and then like it comes on, and then like, hey, I'm gonna click this picture, and then waiting for the picture to.
It loads in rows and lines.
Yes, rows. I remember when like videos first started to actually make their way onto the internet, and it was all blocky and like would freeze up.
And now they're the size of my thumbnail. You know, if you look at them, you're like, what the hell?
So this movie from 2002 is actually trying to portray that there was a full-on reality show on the internet that everybody could just watch.
But to be fair, I thought Busta Rhymes was going to be terrible, and I think he's actually one of the best characters in the movie. Not that that's saying much for this film, but it is a point.
See, and I'm like the other guy where it's like, I have no problem with Busta Rhymes, but I don't want to see him in this movie. But the thing is, I don't want to see any of these characters in this movie. That's a problem. That's probably one of the biggest flaws of all the movies I really dislike is where I realize I don't care about any of the characters.
I care about one of the characters. That was that blonde chick with the pigtails because I like her. She's a good character actor.
Yeah, see, was that Katie Sachoff? Whatever her name?
Was that Katie Sackhoff? Holy Christ.
I'm the guy that doesn't know names, so don't listen to me.
It doesn't say. Okay. Put the disc back. Put the disc back. All right.
I can actually hear the movie in my headphones because one of you guys has it up.
That would probably be
just loud enough for me to hear. It's not distracting to me, but
you're gonna get flagged. So
maybe.
So Everett, you need headphones, bro.
Yeah,
or mute the TV and watch it. Or you
Well,
can turn the volume down.
Yeah, it depends on how you're watching it.
We've had to do volume, turn the volume down, turn the subtitles on, you know. Like.
I don't need to hear the movie, personally.
Again?
I'm just saying.
Well, no, we all pretty much know the movies right now anyway.
Fucking Busta Rhymes in this movie. Damn it.
He is so high in this at this moment. You know he is. He's like, I fucked down Lee. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong? He can't even open his eyes. He's so high. Just taking all the effort to look at the people because he's got to physically open his eye wider. Like, oh shit, my eyelids is in the way. Oh, okay. Yeah. God, that was. Did you just read that? She read that off a cue card. No. Look at these inserts. These are insert shots. These are outside the production office. The reverse shots outside the production office.
Yeah, all her
like
shots.
3 days before the movie goes to theaters. Like
probably,
that's what that is.
It was weeks later after the Busta Rhymes shots were filmed.
Yeah, exactly. They had Busta Rhymes for 1 day, 2 or 3 days probably. You know.
Come on, it's Busta Rhymes. I'm sure he didn't have a lot going on.
No, they still want to pay him. Or just, you know, you only put the actors on for as long as you need them, right?
All right. Yeah.
She showed up late because of obligation, so she had to do separate shots reacting to not Busta Rhymes.
She probably couldn't take him seriously, so they're like, we'll do it a few weeks from now. We'll do your shots.
God. Or it comes out that she's horribly racist. It wouldn't be stay in the same room with it. That's terrible.
That is terrible.
I'm sorry. I apologize. My brain's a little twisted like that.
Hey, she could be a racist. We don't know.
I just think of the absurdist comedy. I won't
That's
do it.
why she didn't go in the hotel room.
I won't do a scene with that man. You're like, what is going on? Are we in the 30s? What just happened?
I thought this was 2002.
I know. 7 years later, what? We're having this conversation still? What the hell?
Or maybe it was the other way. No, it couldn't be the other way around. I was going to say maybe Busta Rhymes is the racist one. He's like, I don't want to talk about a white girl.
Probably much more subtly racist. You know. Maybe like inside his head, he's like, man, white people are the worst.
Yeah, there's plenty of white people in this movie.
They're the worst. God.
White people.
They just ruined this movie terribly. I mean, all the white male privilege just ruins this movie. Oh, God.
Now,
I think the drugs are mixing in my brain right now.
Here's the part where we get, well, we've already been introduced to them, but like they're still trying to hammer home the fact that this guy is important to the plot somehow. He's supposed to be the surrogate audience member or something, but it's completely unnecessary. What's
annoying is if he were the surrogate audience member, then he should have horror shit all over his room. Not dinosaurs. Well, no offense to dinosaurs. I have rubber dinosaurs still too. I'm just saying, like
he had a fly on his computer.
Yeah, that's true. That may or may not be the second Mars toy line. We're not entirely sure.
Got that going on. Look at the technology. That's fucking hilarious.
Well, I mean, we all collect human skin. It's a natural part of living. it also falls off. But
See, because I'm not listening to the movie, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
they're making fun of Blair Witch Project with the video inside the movie.
Oh.
That's why they had the whole like nose up. It's totally a jab at Blair Witch. She did the eye mask thing. I'm sorry. It just.
Was anybody thinking that because of the fact that this was directed by Rick Rosenthal that there was any hope? Because I did. Was I the only one?
No. I thought there was a chance. It just clearly didn't pan out.
Fucking no, it didn't. I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience right now. Like I'm not even really watching it. It's like a dream.
So I shall return shortly. I'm gonna try
A
reloading.
bad dream.
Man, I hate Tyra Banks.
I don't have a hatred for her, but it's pretty close though. Just from this one appearance.
It's like I went and saw House of Wax just to see Paris Hilton get impaled.
Yeah, that was pretty. I remember when that happened in the theater. Everybody cheered, and I was like, hell yeah.
It's the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't think the movie was. Well, it was bad, but I enjoyed it. Sometimes you just enjoy a bad movie, but seeing Paris Hilton die was the best. Still, though, there shouldn't be like Paris Hilton, or Banks, or Busta Rhymes in horror movies, or LL Cool J. Who the fuck decided that these were going to be the people they put in our Halloween movies? What the fuck? Who would be better replacement over like LL Cool J or Busta Rhymes? Who else could be a better replacement?
Anybody?
An actor? Maybe?
Oh my gosh.
So he went back to his house to kill people that just decided to show up there. Because as
They
far as
broke
he
into
knows,
his house.
his house has probably been empty. Is that what it was? He was like, hey, I finally killed my sister. I'm going to go home. And now he's just pissed off that there's people in his house.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off if I went home and there were random strangers in my house too.
The original title for this movie was Halloween Homecoming. Remember, it was called that for a while before they changed it to Resurrection. Resurrection doesn't. Neither of those titles are any good. They should have called it Halloween. Another one.
Should have been Halloween. This one sucks. We promise.
Halloween, Busta Rhymes edition. All right, let's see the house. Show us the house. She straight up sees Michael Myers in the window. And like, hey, no big deal. How you doing on your shots? Are you taking shots? Come on, keep up with me.
Just drinking from the bottle.
Oh.
Why dirty a shot glass?
But you have a special shot glass.
I do.
See?
I do. We were drinking out of that the other night.
Yeah. Apparently, I maybe had too much.
I didn't.
Picture that you sent me. You didn't have
That
too
wasn't
much.
me.
Oh.
That was not me.
See? So somebody knows their limit and somebody doesn't.
Yes.
Would you have been on this show if somebody told you we're gonna strap a camera to you and you're gonna spend the night in the Myers house?
I would do it. I think it would be fun. I'd go stay in the Freddy Krueger house. That would be awesome.
Dude, if I could spend the night in like the Myers house or the Krueger house, shit, I'd be the happiest person ever. I'm gonna break into the Myers house and hide in a closet, and then after they close, because it's a chiropractor's office or some shit, I'll just have like a sleepover by myself in the Myers house. I'll take my camera and I'll do a live hangout from the Myers house.
It's like these people aren't even into it. They're just there because they want to be on the internet.
They're just there because the script required characters to die throughout the movie.
Right.
Fucking! I think I'm being too easy on this movie. Really, I need to go harder.
Oh, these people are horrible. They just need to start killing them.
Yeah, that might have been the only redeeming factor for Halloween Resurrection if Michael went like just full on aggressive, just slaughter, like not even let the plot like commence. No, like let's introduce the characters a lot. If he just popped in the room right now and started stabbing up all these characters, I'd have been like, dude, this is the best Halloween. He doesn't waste no time. He just busts in the room, starts stabbing.
Be the shortest Halloween movie ever.
That's fine. Probably for the best.
Jesus. This whole thing's just being the devil right now.
Oh, and look, there's that giant butcher
know,
knife
right?
again. A
Massive.
chef's knife.
I like it.
It thing's like as long as my thigh.
It's a machete. I want it. You know what I think part of the reasoning they decided to go for this whole reality on the internet thing was like, hey, you know we can get a lot of real cheap shots if we just strap some shitty cameras to all these characters. We'll save so much money on the budget.
Well, isn't there like a rumor out there that there's a work print of this with shot from just the webcam footage?
Really? I don't know. I'm going to have to check that out, though, actually. Watch an even shittier version of the movie. Why not? You thought it couldn't get worse.
I just don't know. Like I heard a rumor and I have no idea.
That sounds a little bit familiar, and I bet you anything that they do have all that footage because I think they really were
a lot more. Yeah.
They truly were filming throughout all those cams. That's why it switches back and forth from the cam shots to the regular movie so much. Still, though, like all this time later, Rick Rosenthal comes back to do a Halloween, and they're like, "Let's exploit the internet in this one." Like, what? The internet? We have to bring this into the internet age? Come on, do we really need to do that?
No, wait, there's 2 knives.
We're at 30 minutes. Should we do another shot? Should we do another toast? Do we need to do anything? Do I just drink this? How are we doing this?
Let's. Well, I'll do it. Here's to. Fuck it.
Fuck it. There it is. Pulp Fiction.
Yep, there it is.
I actually
Well,
like this. exactly like something someone would do in that era, you know. This
Yeah.
part's kind of like, yeah, it feels okay-ish.
It's just this character. He's
He's so unlikable.
he's just a nerd.
He's incredibly unlikable. Like, he doesn't have... They don't show any of his redeeming qualities. They just keep pointing out, nerd! He's a nerd! See? Hey, guys, he's a nerd. Hey, guess what? He's a nerd. He's not a character. He's a stereotype.
What gets me, like I mentioned earlier, and I'll fucking just stick by it, is how unnecessary his character is.
The movie. I think you meant to say.
They just want a character in there that can watch the footage that they're filming in the house.
That's right.
That's the whole purpose of him being in this movie. Because that's the gimmick of fucking Resurrection. Is it's like a reality show.
I'm sure that's some sort of reference to something. I don't fucking know.
I don't watch reality TV. I don't know about you guys. So I don't want
I watch the occasional
franchise to become a fucking reality show.
Like, I put it in perspective. The kind of reality show I watch is like there's a reality show. In my opinion, the best one that there ever will be called the Joe Schmo Show, where the reality show was that the one guy didn't know it was a fake show, and everyone else was actors. So it, like, took the whole concept and turned it on its head.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
That show was so ridiculous.
It was great.
I loved it.
That's one of the best reality shows ever, just because it just came at a time in which, you know, reality shows were just starting. It just
we don't want Michael Myers on a reality show, do we?
No.
We really don't. The same way we don't fucking want Jason in a found footage Friday the 13th either.
That's way more acceptable than a space station. I'm just saying.
Space station?
Jason X.
I just don't want.
I'm just saying it's more. I didn't say it was good. I said it's more acceptable.
Should we
That's
open
all I
up
said.
the can of worms that is the Friday the 13th series and talk about that?
It's not going to be found footage. They already announced because fan backlash. I'm like, well, you know, they could have actually said, you know, like, oh, fuck that idea. But then they make a good movie. You'd be like, well, okay, it was kind of good. Like, come on. Like, I don't give a shit how you make a movie. Just make it good. It's found footage, great. Make it entertaining. Make it good, all right? That's all I'm asking. I don't give a fuck what format you put it in. I'm just saying.
I mean, if they did it and they did it good, I would be the first to admit, like, shit, I was wrong. This was awesome.
Right.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But I'm like, when it comes to the Friday series, I'm the guy that wants things to go back to the formula of the first four. I mean, granted, you don't want to see the same movie every time, and the Friday series has always been like, you know, they try and present some kind of new angle, so that's admirable, I guess, even if they fail. But it's been so long that they've been trying so many gimmicks. Like, now at this point, I'm like, if you took it back to the original formula, it'd be pretty much all good, at least for one movie.
All I would say is just make a sequel to the one that you made in 2009 that was good, all right? It was a good fucking remake. It was basically, it could have just been another fucking sequel, you know, with a bunch of kids who had no idea that he was around in the 80s, you know, like, that's fucking cool. But
the thing is, when it comes to, like, sequels to these movies, I feel like sometimes people feel, like, directors or filmmakers feel too bound to, like, the mythology that was presented in the original. Sometimes it's like, you don't need to continue that this is a killer and he's trying to find his sister to murder her. Sometimes it's like, just make your own standalone Halloween or your own standalone Friday the 13th, where somebody's, you know, the killer, Michael or Jason, whatever the fucking case may be, just decides, I'm going to stalk and kill these people in this movie and then present us with some good effects and some fun characters. That's all you need.
I mean, that's why I think the Friday the 13th, the first remake, was actually really decent. It was it was a Friday film, but I mean,
I have the only problem I have with that movie is the characters.
Have you watched Friday the 13th recently? They're the same characters. They're just modern.
I don't
instead
agree,
of getting
because
drunk and having boobs, they want weed and have.
I think the characters in the Friday the 13th remake are kind of more douchebags than usual.
It's a reflection of the society we live in. Think about that for a second. Then
No,
you're
you're right.
rooting.
You're right, but damn our.
Oh yeah, absolutely no. And I'm not saying it's a like the movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like it's actually a pretty decent remake. I mean, regardless if you hate it, you gotta admit at least it's a pretty decent remake.
I just
a lot of
don't
people
like
don't
the
like the
characters,
Texas
but I do
Chainsaw
like a
remake.
lot of stuff about it. I like the Jason character. I like some things about that. You know what? We're not even talking about Resurrection anymore. We're like,
I know.
I'm barely
We're
watching
about to
it.
see boobies.
Movie is so bad, so bad.
Oh
it.
yeah, are we gonna see her?
We're gonna see the boobies.
Okay.
If I
let's
hadn't
pay
got this
attention.
box set for my birthday last year, I would have never even owned this movie. I would have never touched it.
I'm surprised that my copy is still streaming just fine. I thought it would have fucked up by now.
My internet actually hicked up. That's when I first left, and when I came back, I had all those problems. But that's why I'm glad I just had my disc. You know?
Yeah, that's cool.
Fuck. My internet just
Well,
hiccups
I need to finish
sometimes.
out this beer with another one in me.
It's 240p images. Okay, so I think he froze this time.
Yeah.
I bet you he had to give permission to Google, and you'll happen soon too, right? Like another 30 minutes and it'll drop. You're like, God damn it.
It's so ridiculous.
It's this new Chrome update. Either that or he nudged the computer and it turned off or something. If he's gone for more than I think 20 minutes, the live broadcast will stop. Something like that.
Just show us the boobs
Just show us the boobs.
and kill the blonde.
Kill all the kids while you're at it, I'm just saying.
Oh, he broke the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, is Michael's hair like red in this movie? What the hell? He's a soulless ginger. That's why this movie sucks. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My best friend's a ginger. He's still soulless, but I mean, he's not a bad person.
Right.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, and you're dead. Oh.
At least Buster Rhymes didn't die first. I'm just saying.
How much would that hurt? A knife through your skull.
I don't know. But it's not as good as the one in Prowler. That's all I know.
Oh, I can draw on you.
Yeah, and I don't get to see it. No one else gets to see it. Because Eric's not here to enable it on his screen. If he had the plugin enabled, everyone would see it then on the stream. But now you're just drawing on my face. Cool.
Give you some devil horns.
Oh, that's nice of you. Because my devilish good looks. I'm sure there's going to be a penis at some point on my forehead because you can draw on people. You should be doing that.
Oh no, not in your forehead. It's got to be like going in your mouth.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying you got to draw it on my picture somewhere. That's the rule, right? Like, and you got a chance to draw on people's face. You got to draw penises on them or around them, as maybe.
Oh, what the hell? I can't believe he broke the internet.
Did he officially break the internet?
I don't know. Too much PBR.
I wonder if he even knows he's gone. Like, he's sitting there talking away, not realizing he got dropped from the live stream. I've done it before. I'm guilty of that. I guess I could just harass him on Facebook. Yo, your shit broke.
Right?
All right, Eric. I'm gonna message you say, yo, your shit broke. Yo, your shit broke.
You're missing the movie.
I don't think he cares about that part. Just gonna harass him. Sorry, I'm just amusing myself with horribly, horribly bad jokes that should not be spoken out loud.
Oh, come on. Kill the people.
Kill.
It's just so stupid because they're not even into it. Like, if I were there, I'd be all into it. They just don't even care. They're like, oh, we're going to be famous.
I think
So
maybe
let's
two
do
of
it.
them were in the end. At this point, it was like the thing you did when you were a created star to build your popularity. That's what we got. Scream 2 and 3, and that Valentine film, or whatever the fuck that movie is called. The goddamn Babyface mask and Urban Legend, and I Still Want You to Do That Last Summer, and all that shit. Yeah. Some of them are still decent, but like that's why we got a lot of those movies, because they wanted to bring their new stars up off TV and into movies. And
Well, that would make sense.
yes, that's why all these